Hi, my name is Joanne. I'm on the board of directors at Nanaimo Harbour City Seniors in Bowen Park. Did you know that there are many classes that you can just drop in and join? We have art classes, knitting classes, you can play table tennis, or bowling, carpet bowling, or exercise classes. You're always welcome, so please feel free just to drop by Bowen Park and see what's going on. We'll be so pleased to help you with any of your questions.
No matter how early you arrive, someone else is in line first.
Hey, Todd. I heard you don't even read books anyways. I don't know if they're going to come out with a movie called Murphy's Law. Maybe you should make one. That's actually not a bad title for a movie. And I doubt that we're the first in line here, so I think the law is correct. Look at this. The ground is actually worn down because people are clearly stampeding to the free little library here on Sunset Road. And it's such a cute little spot. Some people rode by earlier on bicycles and waved at us. And there's a sign over here. I want to show it to you. It says, no fouling. Because nobody likes to step in poop. Imagine your kids out playing in the neighborhood. Terrible. I don't like that thought at all. It's been very, very dry lately. We've had very little rain. Here now are some tips on how you can conserve on your water consumption.
Here in the Regional District of Nanaimo, we have a program called Team Water Smart. And the purpose of this program is to encourage residents to look at ways about conserving water, especially this summer where we've seen such a dry spell and we've been in extreme drought on Vancouver Island. In terms of alternatives to green lawns, you can start with looking at drought-tolerant species. Now in Vancouver Island, there are several native species that are actually adapted to such warm, dry summers. Lawns, when you think about it, it's actually natural for them to go dormant during the dry summer months. Once it does rain, come the fall and winter, it'll be back and that will be just fine. Now, one thing that people don't often think about is using our soil as a vessel to store water. And so something you can do to improve the health of your soil is to add organic material. So that can be topsoil, that can be leaf mulch, wood chips. Any sort of organic material will actually help increase the soil's ability to store water. Indoor water use, a couple things that you can do to be more efficient with water is to actually save some water and then utilize it to water your plants. So one suggestion of water recycling can be if you're turning on your shower to get it warmed up. What you can do is put a basin underneath the shower there and collect some of that water as it's running to get warm. Then you can take that basin and use that for watering plants indoors or outdoors. Another good candidate for that is when you're washing vegetables. So there's nothing too bad coming off of those vegetables. It's not like when you're washing an oily pan. So when you're washing vegetables, you can collect that water in a basin and then reuse it somewhere on your property. So then you're getting two uses out of that water, and that's a really good way to conserve during the dry season. Many people are on board and actually already doing many of these things, but we just want to continue to get the message out to encourage water conservation across the region.
We're here in the lobby this time of the Nanaimo Daily News on McCullough Road. This is Spencer Anderson.
Hello.
Welcome to our weekly feature as we look at what's coming up in the pages of the Nanaimo Daily News. You've been at the paper for about 3 years.
Coming up on 3 years.
And you're the City Hall reporter.
I cover City Hall and other things for the Daily News, yeah.
What's it like? How do you describe City Hall coverage here?
It's a fun job. There's always something interesting going on. You're watching decisions being made live around a table. People are reacting in real time to current events and what's going on, and they're making real decisions. They're talking about money that's going to be spent. They're talking about policies that are going to impact the people who live in this city. So it's a very cool job and a privilege to cover it.
And you went to journalism school in?
I went to Langara College, and I was at UVic before that, and this is my first job at a daily newspaper, and I just loved it. It's been a great ride so far.
Well, what's the hot issue these days?
Oh well, I think the really interesting issue coming up is going to be the core review.
See, now on the outside it seems sort of dry. A little.
It does seem kind of dry.
Let's talk about policy.
A core review,
yeah.
But actually, it's kind of interesting because it's going to be basically a third-party look at how the city spends its money, where the city spends its money, how the programming works, and sometimes it'll be looking at the deeper question: should the city be spending the money on this? Should the city be running this program? And it's going to be really interesting as the process wraps up, watching the elected officials try to form some kind of consensus, because as recent events have proven, that's kind of been difficult for this group.
Are you referring to the code of conduct, and they can't even seem to agree on what I've heard you call a pretty non-controversial document?
Well, I mean, some people have described it as fairly non-controversial, but Monday night, of course this is airing at a different time, but the August 17th council meeting, you know, there were a significant number of council members who did not sign on to a code of conduct. The city spent roughly $20,000 in consulting fees to put together. So, and of course, there's been other issues like the Colliery Dams. We've had and the hotel project in downtown. There's been a lot of friction and division on this council, and for heaven's sakes, they're spending tens of thousands of dollars on a facilitator to basically work out some of the issues they're having. So it's been an interesting first year in this council's term.
Right, long way to go.
Long way to go.
Now you're working obviously on a daily paper.
Yeah.
How does that align with the updates that you're making online to the website, and how frequent are your updates?
Well, we post breaking news to our website all the time. I do a thing called live tweeting at council meetings, where I basically sit and cover the meeting, and when I'm not writing my story, tweet what's happening around the council table, and that's always fun, and people seem to enjoy that, and I enjoy watching people's reactions and talking to people as the meeting proceeds. It's one of those new tools in the toolbox that's actually really cool.
Excellent.
And enables you to connect with people in a very direct, fast way.
Okay, give a shout out to your Twitter handle for those who want to get in on it.
It's at Anderson_Spence for
Awesome.
those who want to follow along. It's my last name and first name.
Thank you.
Hey, this was fun.
Awesome.
Thank you.
The Nanaimo Blues Society is sure excited to present Summertime Blues 2015, this coming August the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th. For a value of only $79.75 for the entire weekend, you'll be treated to 20 different musical acts, beginning on Friday at 3 o'clock, Saturday at 12, and Sunday at 12. We've got acts such as Marcia Ball coming up from Texas. She's the keyboard queen of the blues. Saturday, Elvin Bishop will be gracing our stage as a main headliner, recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And on Sunday, we bring you C.J. Chenier, the king of Zydeco. Boy, is he gonna get you guys rocking and rolling. We are absolutely proud to be able to present this. We have 17 additional acts. We will have food vendors, we will have artisans, all for a good time. We'll have a beer garden that's an open facility, and we invite you to bring your kids and have a great time. It's a family event, it's a blues event. We're bringing the blues to Nanaimo. We're called the Nashville of the North, not for nothing.
You never know what you're going to find in a little free library. Today, we found 2 free weekend passes to the Summertime Blues Festival running August 28th through the 30th. We're giving these away to the person who can tell me anything about this edition of Go Island. Send me an email by Wednesday, August 26th at noon, and we'll do a draw and notify the winner by the end of day on Wednesday. That's 2 free weekend passes to the Summertime Blues Festival in Maffeo-Sutton Park. We're going to throw things over now to Mr. Dan Kahn, who I understand is a bit of a blues man himself. Today, though, he's fishing.